Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool Spirit of the St. Louis telephone. These are highly collectible, and this is Norman's equipment from New York. And he's got a note with this telephone, and he's talking about how he cannot talk on the handset. So he's having some issues with this telephone. These are speakerphones also. Now, the speakerphone option on these telephones were not the greatest. They do not have a second or a power supply like say a battery pack or a transformer to run that option, so they rely totally on the telephone line. They're a novelty, and they should be looked at like a novelty when it comes to the speakerphone option. Now, the handset option, where you're on the handset and you're talking, these are great phones. I mean, they work really well. What we want to do, we want to start our troubleshooting process, and this is the initial checkout. So what we have here is we have a pickup, and we use that in our troubleshooting and when we're working on telephones here in the shop, and it's an amplified pickup. And basically what that does is it picks up the receive from a handset, and so you can tell if everything's working without having to basically hold on to the telephone while we're working on it or onto the handset. And so we want to show here that we have two phones. We have the phone that's the Spirit of St. Louis, but we have a second phone, and that's to show you that the pickup is actually working. And so we want to turn our amplifier on, and I want to take the handset. It seized the line. You can see the analyzer is active now, and we're going to set it on the pickup, and we don't get anything. So now what we want to do is we want to kind of move the handset over, and we can set our handset from the other phone, and we get plenty of dial tone. But we do not get dial tone, and the handset is not working. So what we want to do is go ahead and turn off our pickup, and we want to start our troubleshooting process. We're going to go ahead and start troubleshooting the PC board, the handset, and everything to the telephone. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up with a repair of this telephone, and the issues have been resolved. So now what we want to do is we want to start our final checks. And I'm going to go ahead and use the analyzer and ring the unit. Let that go a few times. I want to turn our pickup on, and we'll go ahead and give you some dial tone. We want to walk through our numbers. If you watch the analyzer, you'll watch the numbers roll by. I'm going to end in a 2. I want to transmit into the handset. If you watch that red light on the analyzer, every time you see that red light light up, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know that this telephone is ringing in on a ring cycle. It's dialing out. It has transmit and receive. We can go ahead and try the speakerphone option, and we'll dial our numbers. I'll end in a 2. The microphone is located right here. If you watch the red light, I'm going to tap on it. So we know it's transmitting. I'm going to go ahead and hang up. And so now what we want to do is we get calls all the time. I can't tell you how many of them. And we have people who ask about the store in the memory, how you store a number in one of these telephones. And it's not something that I sit around and think about. I think a lot of people think, since we do videos on telephones, that we have all the instructions for them, and so we must have books for them and we know exactly what to do to them. Well, I don't save up the instruction booklets, and I don't even use schematics. So a lot of times what they do is they revise the PC boards and telephones, and a lot of times, even if you could get a schematic, a lot of times it's wrong. So I don't bother with them, and I've never really used them. So it's just one less thing that I have to worry about. So we want to show people how to store and do the memory on one of these units, because we get a lot of calls about this on these Spirit of St. Louis telephones. And I would assume most of them are about the same. It's not that hard to really sit down and figure out what to do. So first, what we want to do is we want to lift the handset. And I want to give you some dial tone. We want to press the store button, because if you think about it, you're storing a number. I'm going to dial my number. You notice how it didn't have any tone to it? Memory 1. I'm going to hang up, give you some dial tone. I'm going to hit memory 1. It just dialed it out. If you watch the analyzer, we'll do that again. Memory 1. And so that's your speed dial. I'm going to try another issue. Store. Totally different number here. Memory 2. So it's going to read out 355 4900. I'm going to hang up. Memory 2. We'll do that one more time. 355 4900 is what it's going to read out. Memory 2. We'll do that one more time. Give you some dial tone. Store 226622, memory 3. Hang up. Memory 3. And it read back on the analyzer. We'll do that one last time. Memory 3. So basically, now that's the way to store your numbers, and you get your speed dialing. So you want to pick the handset up. You want to press the store button. It's not going to dial. You're just hitting the numbers. And then once you're done hitting whatever numbers you need to hit, take your memory button, push it, and then whatever number you want to store that in. So when you pick up the handset, you would go memory 1 or memory 2. And so it's pretty self-explanatory, basically. What we want to do now, since we know the telephone is in working condition, I'm going to push the button on the switch box here, and I want to give you some dial tone, and we're going to call a time and temp number. And I'm going to hit memory 2, because that's where I stored that number.
Good evening. When you need body work on your car, think of Offenberg Body Shop, 901 South Illinois, Belleville. Today is Thursday, February 19th. The time is 11:39. Current temperature 19 degrees.
Bitterly cold today, mostly sunny, then becoming partly cloudy, highs around 14, mostly cloudy this evening, snow likely, little or no snow accumulation, lows around 7. Cloudy on Friday, a chance of snow, possibly mixing with sleet in the afternoon, highs in the upper 20s.
Okay. Now I stored my number in number 1, so I can give you some dial tone. I'll hit memory 1, and my line will be busy. We can turn off the amplifier, hang up the unit. Now that we know that this telephone is repaired, we can return it to Norman, and he can enjoy this telephone once again. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach me on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.